Chapter 22, Subway. An extra pair of gloves. Thanks, Ben. I put on the gloves and the subway ding-dings. The doors close and the train lurches. Even though it's October, it feels like winter. Last night felt colder than the North Pole. There's no room to sit. We grab a hold of a silver pole. I'm still huffing, breathing deep. Right above our heads, two tall men in thick coats and knit caps hold the poles, talking about the Knicks. Beneath their arms, I glimpse folks sitting on the right and left. Everybody is bundled warm. Are we on the right train? Yeah, C train, northbound to Chambers, World Trade Center. Figuring it out was easy. Seems like it ought to be hard. Yeah, I know. The train is packed, mainly grown-ups going to work. Tourists. Two women with babies. The kid in the stroller, kicking her feet, looks like Lita. The other is in an infant sling. Nobody notices me and Ben. Warm breaths, sweating bodies make fog, clouding the window. The train rocks and sways. I'm warmer than I've felt all day. Avalon is an icebox. I like the buzz of voices, the slippery seats, the bright lights, the poster blaring, study, computers, become a dental assistant. Another poster, a scary brown and gray with a grim policeman, asks, have you spoken to your kids about drugs? I start worrying again. I wish this was a happy adventure. Ben's cap is pulled down over his ears. Even though it's warm in the train, his cheeks are still red. The encyclopedia said Arizona is famous for sun and blue skies. Was it hard coming to New York? I hated the plane, Ben blinks. I mean, I know what he's thinking. At least my plane didn't slam into a tower. I've never been on a plane, I say. I've never been on a subway until I came to New York. Look at this. He pulls a folded map from his jacket. The train lurches, slows to a stop. Folks push, trying to leave the train. Other folks shove, trying to get in. Here. Ben pulls me toward an Asian couple lifting shopping bags. 2 seats. We slip into them as they get up and high-five. Score! You're a good traveler, Ben. He grins. You have to be quick in New York. He unfolds the spreads his map on our laps. Look, Deja, isn't it beautiful? Complicated lines, parallel, horizontal, intersecting, crisscrossing lines. Blue lines, red, orange, green, and yellow. The sea line is blue. Beneath the earth, subway lines snake up and around Central Park. Some lines merge, others stretch to and from Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, and Manhattan. It all flows. You can get anywhere you want. In Arizona, everyone had cars. If you didn't drive, you didn't go anywhere. What about your horse? Blaze. His name is Blaze. We never left the ranch. We had trails, some special places. We'd pitch camp near red boulders, or else by the dry creek bed, where I'd dig for fish fossils. Mostly Blaze gazed beneath mesquites while I read. I almost say something dumb like, you mean miss it? You must miss it. I clamp my lips shut. Ben sniffs and beneath his glasses wipes his eyes. I want to kick myself for making him feel bad. For about a year we lived in town in an apartment. I kept thinking Mom and Dad would get back together. I'd get back to the ranch. It's better here, living in New York. I know I'll get back. I know I'll never go back. Least not till I'm grown. Not even to visit? Our bodies sway, bumping into each other. Across the aisle, a man sleeps, her head thrown back, her mouth open. A gray-haired man with an unlit pipe rattles his newspaper. Ben turns, his eyes mournful. Deja, my dad doesn't call much, hardly at all. Ma says people try to forget the past, forget whatever happened. How can you forget a kid? He might change, want to remember. You think so? Then Ben shrugs. Not sure he wants to remember Afghanistan or arguing with my mom. Mom says it's nobody's fault. They grew apart. I feel sick, sad. Me and Ben are alike, except he knows what's happening to his dad. My pop didn't go to war, but he's been disappearing just the same. Surprisingly me, Ben smiles. I don't have Blaze, don't have a passenger to ride, but I can travel underground. All over New York, from Brooklyn to the World Trade Center. I don't have to wait for my mom to drive me. He pulls out a red pen from his backpack. Look at all the places. I mean, we can go. Sorry, let me reread that. Look at all the places I we can go. Arizona, Ben is going to show me Manhattan. I say kind of sarcastic, but not too much. The train turns, our shoulders bump each other like another high five. On the map, Ben circles Central Park. He circles the Metropolitan Museum of Art. That's where Claudia ran away to. Who? Claudia, from the mixed up files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankwheeler. The museum is supposed to be beautiful. Paintings, drawings, sculptures from all over the world. He circles sculptures from all over the world. He circles Lincoln Center. What do you do there? Ballet, music, theater. Expensive? There are discounts, half-price tickets for Broadway. I want to see Wicked, a musical about the witches of Oz. I bend over and look down. What are you doing? Checking to see if you're still a cowboy wearing your boots. Everybody knows New York City is the greatest city in the world. I didn't know that, I answer irritably. Ben's shocked. I can tell. Terrorists didn't bother with Phoenix. New York is great. Not everything is great, I murmur, feeling crankier and crankier. Mostly I know Brooklyn. What's wrong with knowing Brooklyn? Everything can be found right here in New York City, in the U.S. of A. I look down the rows of orange subway seats at the other people leaning against or gripping poles. Some are fat, some are thin, some are old, some are young. A homeless man is riding the subway, I can tell. He's wearing all the clothes he owns, none of them clean. There are men in black wool coats with leather gloves and soft scarves about their necks. Women in high heels with jewelry and painted nails who aren't desperate for food. Billboards in Brooklyn show beautiful, fancy-dressed people. No one in Avalon is half as pretty as the models, but some of the subway people come close. If you have money, it's easier to look better, prettier. It's true in Brooklyn. It's true in Manhattan. I bet it's true in Arizona, too. Angry, I squirm. Borrowed gloves, no puffy down jacket, no hat or scarf like Ben. Maybe I should wear everything I own. I'd be warmer. Being warmer might be better than pretending I can dress normal in cold weather. Then it dawns on me. Central Park must have been free. Ben shakes my arm. His face is serious, and I feel like he can see right inside me. Like he knows I want to hit something. Ben pulls out his sketchbook. He draws fast. The pretty woman, the tired construction worker, the happy new mom and the homeless man, Asian and Hispanic people, black and white people, gentlemen with warm coats and potbellies, a young man with his headphones, low jeans and underwear showing, a toddler waving at the homeless man. Look, Deja, Ben's talking to me with straight and curved lines, shade and light. Ben sees differences. Every person's special, connected. I exhale, relax. Then I start to laugh. Social units. Miss Garcia would be so proud of us. All of us on the subway are part of a circle, American. And as if Ben could read my mind, he writes, making it look like graffiti, Americans. You're cool, Ben. I didn't know it, but you're sorry, but you've always been cool. I know. Sorry, I realize there's background knowledge, but it's too beautiful to be inside. So I'm sitting outside. The subway lurches, and another wave of people comes in. But why the World Trade Center? Mom said it represents capitalism, American wealth, opportunities. Ma left Jamaica for a better life. Yeah, immigration, people coming for the American dream. I stare as Ben draws. You can tell how much he likes people. He sees everyone as equal. That's how he, Sabine too, sees me. Money might be part of the American dream, but it isn't all of it. Like a building doesn't make a home. Ben nods. We might be poor, but Ma didn't go back to Jamaica. Sabine's father is richer, but they didn't go back to Turkey. They're Americans. Yeah, America. Then I crack up, laughing until my side aches. People look at me, but I can't stop. Some folks smile. The man holding the rail above me chuckles. Ben laughs. Why are we laughing? You know our history book, the cover? Ben's eyebrows wrinkle. You know those white men with funny noses, stockings, and wigs signing the Declaration of Independence? Ben, come on, 1776? Ben grins. They started it, the American dream. Look at Americans now, I say, pointing at Ben's drawing. He grins and sketches a cloud above the subway train. Leaning out of the cloud, looking down, is a wrinkled white man with glasses. Ben Franklin? Ben sketches more. Who's that? My grandmother. She's dead. She left Mexico for a better life. 14, she came to America by herself. I can't imagine doing that. Maybe before I go back to Arizona, I'll visit Mexico. I'm sure I have relatives there. Ben's loneliness is peeking out. I can't imagine being an only child, plus having separated parents. Your grandmother was brave, just like my ma. Your mother, too. I never thought of it like that. He closes his sketchbook, stuffing it into his backpack. He pauses, then nods, blinking behind his glasses. It must have been hard leaving Arizona. Yeah, he says, sounding happier. My mom dreams. That's why we're in New York. I lean back against the seat. Does Pop dream anything other than bad dreams? We're already in America, but maybe we should move to Arizona. Maybe the whole family could ride horses, swift and strong. Ben opens a tin with painted yellow flowers. Sabine wanted to come. She doesn't like breaking rules. Nope, so she made sweets, she said. Sappy, sappy, sappy. Better than sour, I chuckle. An elderly woman dressed in a black skirt and a wool coat with shawls leans against Ben, her finger pointing. Ah, baklava. My mother used to make it. Want one? She claps her wrinkled hands. Good boy. Her fingers pluck a brown, flaky baklava. I pluck one too, but I've never tasted baklava. Inside, it's crunchy with nuts and sweet with syrup. Maybe Sabine's right about following the rules. The taste turns sour, my stomach knots. I clutch the tin. Napkins are stuffed on the side. I wrap my half-eaten baklava. I'm going to throw it away, but I don't want to waste Sabine's gift. Our stop, shouts Ben, zipping his backpack. We squeeze past people. Near the exit, I hand the tin to the homeless man. Opening it, he sighs, happy. Ah! The subway doors close. Through the window, I see the homeless man offering a baklava to his neighbor. The floured tin passes person to person. Folks on the subway train smile, just like earlier. Maybe many of them laugh. Funny, their happiness makes me feel worse, that I'm doing something wrong. Ben and me are going to be in big trouble. Worse, not for seeing something good, but for seeing something bad. Ben, I'm scared. I know, me too.